Hey there! The DP-600 Fabric Analytics Engineer Study Guide is finally here. I'm Valerie, I'm a Microsoft Data Platform MVP, and together with Brian Bønk, I wrote the book I wish had existed when I was studying for this exam. In this video, I want to tell you what's in it and who it is actually for. So first, who is this book for? If you're a data engineer or a BI developer or a Power BI developer and you're thinking about taking the DP-600 exam, but you're not entirely sure if you're ready or even exactly what the exam covers, this is for you. The Microsoft Fabric Analytics Engineer exam is broader than a lot of people expect. It covers, for example, lakehouses, pipelines, semantic models, data warehouses, real-time intelligence, some DAX, some Power Query, and more. So that's a lot. And the tricky part is that it's not a pure Fabric exam, but it's also not a pure Power BI exam. It sits right in between those two worlds. And that's exactly what makes it hard to prepare for it if you're coming from one side or the other. And that was actually also one of the first conversations Brian and I had when we started planning the book. A lot of the existing preparation material either leans too heavily into like the front-end side or the data engineering side. And neither of that fully prepares you for what the exam actually tests. So we deliberately tried to cover that middle ground and show how the pieces connect inside Fabric, not just define them in isolation. And that brings me to the thing we were most intentional about. The book doesn't just tell you how things work, it shows you. Every major topic has screenshots from inside Fabric, so you can see exactly what we were talking about. We know from experience that reading about, for example, a lake house and actually seeing one in the interface and understanding the decisions you make are two very different things. And just so you know, the exam tests whether you understand those decisions and those differences, not just if you can define what something is. Something else we did is we included practice questions, a lot of them, because you need to get comfortable not just with the concepts, but with the way Microsoft frames them in exam questions. And that's a skill on its own. If you have taken one of the exams before, one of the Microsoft exams, you know these questions can be a little bit tricky. So we included some practice questions for you so you can get a feeling for these questions. If you're planning to take the DP-600, the link to get the book is in the description. I put it there. It's available on a lot of platforms. It's available as like a printed book. I love printed books, but it's also available as ebook if you prefer that. And if you have any questions about the book or the preparations for the exam, drop them in the comments here and I will answer them.